Hi everyone. So today we are going to make ourselves a Hexblade Warlock. Looks like a cool class, by the way. And whenever you're choosing a race, yes, there are some that are better choices for certain classes, but my advice, play what you want. It's not really like this is a serious competition. You might be better off playing a certain class, or like I really like Wood Elf because it's got that movement thing. But I don't play Wood Elf all the time because that would get boring. Anyway, having said that, we are going to play a Tiefling today, and in particular, we are going to play the Zariel one because I happen to like this cantrip, the Thaumaturgy, anyway. Believe it or not, having that advantage check on intimidation and performances is nice. And, of course, we're going to pick Warlock. There we go. And we're going to change that in just a minute. And, the cantrip, let's just pick our subclass right now. Here we are, Hexblade. And let's take a look at this. So our spells are shield to start with, and we're going to change that out too. Wrathful Smite, really sweet. Possibly frighten your target. They'll have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and be unable to move. That's nice. You get bind, a hexed weapon. So the weapon that's bound in your hand, there's a chance that it will apply Hexblade's curse to the target. And there's Hexblade's curse. Curse target. Your damage rolls against the target gain a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus. The number you need to roll a critical hit while attacking the target is also reduced by 1. That's some serious stuff. All right. So, like I said, we are going to take this one out. This is, again, play the game your way. I think, though, that I would prefer Hellish Rebuke. Arms of Hadar is also a good choice, too. So I'm going with Hellish Rebuke. And, I have talked this to death in these videos. These backgrounds really aren't what most beginners think they are. They're kind of like, oh yeah, I want to be a soldier, or I want to be a folk hero. But what you're really getting is you're getting these skills, and those are important. In this case, I think you've got two choices. If you look at your abilities here, and you look at your skills, you'll see athletics is -1. That's not unusual given the class, and also given your strength. And acrobatics is +1. That's kind of okay. If you don't want to slip on ice or slip on grease, you probably want your acrobatics up higher. So what I would recommend is either Entertainer, which gives you a boost in your acrobatics, and it also gives you a boost in performance, which you already have a nice number for. But this will boost it up to 5, and I will show you that. So there's your performance at 5 and your acrobatics at 3. But if you want, you could go, maybe you want a little bit more athletics. You could pick Soldier. Soldier works too, and I'll show you what that does for you. So athletics would be 1 and acrobatics would be 1. So that's kind of a nice balance. But in my case, I like acrobatics, so that's what we're going to do. And now we'll get into the meat of this. Just so you know, you get simple weapons, martial weapons. You get proficiency in light armor and medium armor and shield. And now we have acrobatics, arcana, history, and performance. Arcana is a nice one to have too, by the way. Let's just take a quick look at what that is. And that's +3. That's pretty nice. You might use that a lot, and it's a good one. Now we're going to edit our appearance. Okay. So in this case, we are going to take this face here. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, and let's take the slightly deeper voice, and we're going to change the skin color too. So you will notice that once again you only have a small selection of your skin colors. These are mostly the Tiefling ones, I believe, but we're going to take a red tone. Let's see what we got. That's probably... These chili tones, by the way, are pretty nice too. But in this case, red 4, nope. I'm going to take the slightly paler red tone. Let's do that. So that's red tone 2. And we're going to take this scarring because it looks like you came out of hell and were burned. I like that. Maturity, we're going to keep that right around where it is. We're going to give her a little bit of freckle. Yeah, a little bit more. There we go. Bring this intensity up. Don't forget when you choose some of these things like freckle quantity, if you don't increase the intensity, you may not see them at all. So that's good. Body art, we're not going to take any of the facial tattoos. I actually don't like most of these, to be quite honest, but maybe you do. We're going to also pick something red for the piercing style. Let's find one. Yeah, there they go. Dark Moon, that's a good one. And this is the fun one. So again, not all the eye choices are available here, so that's why it's important to pick this. And where is it? That one. I want to show you something. So these are cool choices, and I don't think those were choices, but well, they were. Okay, so they were available without all the eye colors, but there we go. I like that one. That green outline, the red center, and the black eyes. That's pretty cool. I like that. So we'll go with that. And I think we will go with... I'm doing this kind of on the fly. So I want to make the eye color greener. Leaves, let's do emerald. There we go. But we're going to bring the intensity down a little bit. There we go, that's good. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. But we have to bring up the tint, or we don't see it. And let's bring this up a little bit. So it's just faint, but it's there. There you go. All right, we'll go with that. And let me just check this. There we go. I think I like that one a little bit better in terms of the makeup, the eye makeup. I'm going to keep the hairstyle the same. I like that hairstyle on her. But we are going to change it, like we're going to make it reddish or something. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. So that's orange 5, by the way. And now the highlights. What we want is I want to make this a little bit darker. And you want to check the back on your, see how it's affecting the ponytail in the back. So you kind of want to watch that. So we'll go with that. And red 8 maybe? There we go. So basically I'm giving her darker red hair. That's good. We'll go with that. And here's the fun part on the tieflings. I like those horns, and if you... This is something you should know, you can change the horn color. There we go. That looks good. And that's just for the primary part of the horns. Now we're going to do the tips. And I want them a little bit darker. There we go. That looks good. All right, we are set to go. Thank you very much for joining me. And please tune in, keep tuning into these. Subscribe if you want. Like them. If you don't like them, let me know why. I'd always appreciate that. Just trying to do better here. Anyway, thanks again, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, let's give her a name. Yeah. Since these seem to be popular with tieflings, well, that'll be a good name. And now we'll proceed.